Have you ever felt trapped in a cycle you truly hate? You fall into sin, you regret it, you promise God you'll never do it again, and then, somehow, you fall again. If that's you, listen carefully. Because what you're feeling right now is not the sign of a fake Christian. It's actually one of the clearest signs that God is working inside you. Pause for a moment. The fact that you hate your sin, the fact that you feel convicted, the fact that you are tired of falling, that means your heart is not dead. A person far from God does not fight sin. They justify it, they enjoy it, they defend it. But you are in a battle. And the Bible speaks directly to this struggle. The Apostle Paul himself said, "I do not do the good I want to do, but the evil I do not want to do, this I keep on doing." Let that sink in. One of the greatest men of God struggled. So your struggle does not mean failure. Your struggle means you are alive spiritually. Now listen carefully, because this is important. You cannot defeat sin with willpower alone. You have tried that already, haven't you? You said, "I will be stronger this time. I will resist. I will stop." And maybe you lasted 1 day, 2 days, maybe a week, but then you fell again. Why? Because sin is not just a behavior, it is a spiritual condition, and you cannot win a spiritual battle with human strength. You don't need more discipline, you need more dependence on God. There is a big difference. Many people are trying to fight sin like this. I will do better, I will try harder, I will control myself. But the Christian life was never meant to be lived like that. Jesus did not come to make you stronger, he came to make you dependent. Let me say that again slowly. Jesus did not come to make you independent and powerful on your own. He came so that you would abide in him. Because without him, you can do nothing. Nothing. So if you are stuck in sin, the solution is not just try harder. The solution is stay closer. Stay closer to God. Stay connected. Stay dependent. Now, let's go deeper. There are moments when temptation feels so strong. It feels like something inside you is pulling you. That is because there are two forces inside you, the flesh and the spirit. The flesh wants what is easy, what is immediate, what feels good now. The spirit wants what is holy, what is eternal, what pleases God. And these two are in conflict. So, when you fall, it is not because you don't love God. It is because the flesh was stronger in that moment. But here's the key. You don't defeat the flesh by attacking it directly. You defeat it by feeding the spirit. What you feed grows. What you starve weakens. Let me ask you something honestly. What are you feeding every day? Your mind? Your eyes? Your ears? What are you watching? What are you listening to? What are you thinking about when you are alone? Because if you are feeding your flesh all day and then expecting to be strong at night, you are setting yourself up to fall. Victory over sin does not start at the moment of temptation, it starts long before. It starts in your daily habits. It starts in your private life. It starts in the small decisions nobody sees. If you want to stop sinning, you must change what you allow into your life. Sometimes we pray, "God, take this sin away from me." But God is saying, you are still opening the door to it. You cannot keep touching the fire and ask God why you are getting burned. So one of the most powerful things you can do is this. Remove the triggers. Be radical. If something leads you to sin, cut it off. Not slowly, not partially, completely. That might be an app. That might be a conversation. That might be a place. That might be a habit. Yes, it is hard, but Jesus said, if your right hand causes you to sin, cut it off. He was not speaking literally. He was teaching something serious. Do whatever it takes to protect your soul. Now let's go even deeper. Sometimes the reason you keep falling is not just temptation. It is emptiness. There is something inside you that is not satisfied, so you turn to sin to fill that space. But sin is a broken solution. It promises comfort, but leaves guilt. It promises pleasure, but leaves emptiness. It promises escape, but creates chains. So the real question is not just, how do I stop sinning? The real question is, what is my heart really seeking? Because only God can satisfy that. If you don't replace sin with something greater, you will always go back to it. So don't just remove sin, replace it. Replace it with prayer. Replace it with the Word. Replace it with worship. Replace it with purpose. Fill your life with God, not occasionally, but daily, because an empty heart is a dangerous place. Now listen carefully to this truth. You will not be perfect overnight, and that's okay. Growth is a process. Falling does not disqualify you, staying down does. When you fall, don't run away from God, run to Him. This is where many people get it wrong. They sin, then they feel ashamed, then they avoid God. They stop praying, they stop reading, they distance themselves. But that is exactly what the enemy wants, because the more you stay away from God, the weaker you become. So when you fall, do the opposite. Run to God immediately. Say, Lord, I failed again, but I still need you. No hiding, no pretending. God is not surprised by your struggle. He already knows, and His grace is not limited. Listen, grace is not permission to sin, but it is power to rise again. Every time you come back, you grow stronger. Every time you resist even a little, you grow. Even if you fail 10 times, but you keep coming back, you are still moving forward. Now, let me give you something practical. When temptation comes, don't negotiate. Don't stay there thinking. Don't argue with it. Run. Physically, if you need to. Change your environment. Move your body. Distract your mind with something pure. Because temptation grows in stillness. It becomes stronger the longer you entertain it. So don't entertain it. Escape early. The sooner you leave, the easier it is. The longer you stay, the harder it becomes. And finally, remember this. Your identity is not your sin. You are not defined by your struggle. You are not a sinner trying to be better. You are a child of God learning to walk in holiness. There's a difference. When you change your identity, you change your behavior. So stop saying, I can't change. Instead say, with God, I am becoming new. Because transformation is not instant, but it is real, and it is happening even now. So don't give up. Don't quit. Don't believe the lie that you will always be like this. You won't. If you stay with God, if you keep fighting, if you keep coming back, you will change. Slowly, but surely. And one day, you will look back and realize that the sin that once controlled you no longer has power over you.